There you are, my friends. So glad you tuned in today. I always have, enjoy having you on, but today is a very special day. Today's Veterans Day. Today we celebrate the freedom and the peace that was purchased for us with the blood and the lives of our military men and women who enter into the hell of battle to fight for their country, families, and fellow man. The horror of those experiences live in their hearts and their minds for the rest of their lives if they survive war at all. That's the price we exact of them to buy us that freedom and peace. There's no way we can actually repay them, but let us do honor today their sacrifice as best we can. Here's a little interesting thing. I'd suggest that every citizen also see the current movie Hacksaw Ridge. You'll really understand more fully the personal price that our soldiers have paid for us. So thank you, our veterans, today. Now for the show, we have a good one coming up. We are going to talk about a camp for very ill children. Also, how about walking in zero gravity? We're kind of going to play astronauts today. And then we're going to talk about beading jewelry. So a lot of fun coming up today. And we're going to start off with that very special place that takes care of ill children and sends them to camp. Robin Macy, great to have you on today.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. And woo, a little chilly in Prescott.
Yeah, you're from the valley, aren't you?
I did. I wasn't prepared. So 36 degrees. Wow.
Yeah, it takes a little while for us to warm our blood up and get going in the morning.
Getting up at 3:34 in the morning this morning. Thank you for having me.
It's wonderful to have you on. And Camp Soaring Eagle, and I've been familiar with this camp for a few years. It's an amazing and quite unusual place.
Yes,
and
it is.
Has everything to do with seriously ill children. Tell us more about Camp Soaring Eagle.
It's a special, you know what, a lot of people forget that kids with disability or illnesses don't get to experience a camp like other children do. They have not built friendships or anything like that because they're either in and out of hospital or they're always home. And so this camp is a 24-hour medically staffed camp, and each camp is specific to each illness or disability.
Good heavens.
Yes.
Okay,
so
now this is pretty extensive. I mean, if you really talk about what this is going on, a lot of these kids have to have nurses and stuff all the time anyway.
Absolutely.
And yet here's a camp they can go to and their parents will let them go because...
it's a little, that's a good point. It is hard for some parents because it's the first time since they were a child or whenever that they were diagnosed. And it's with the guidance of the counselors and the medical staff, the family is able to, set them free. It's hard for the children, but once they get there and they see other kids, that have the same, illness as they do, and they get to fish and maybe do archery, arts and crafts. It's a great program. It really, really is. And they build forever friendships and they
with
get
people
to be like
who
other
understand
children
where they are. And that's the thing I think that we don't realize if we haven't ourselves been, ill when we were children, or if we don't
Well, that's
have one.
why most people are not going to think about that.
Yeah, we do not understand that these kids are isolated. They're very protected. They have to be oftentimes. They go through things like blood transfusions. They have needles poked in them. They have medication going on. They're, their lives, and they feel isolated. Children sometimes feel isolated anyway. But for them to go to camp, like a normal kid, whatever that is, but to do what other kids get to do, this has got to change their lives in some small way.
It really does, and it actually creates hope, and it's excitement. And once again, they are qualified to go to this camp again. It's not just only a one-time, time that they can go. We do have to give other children opportunity first, from a list.
How many kids? How many children at a time up there?
We could have up to 40, and it depends what the camp is going to be geared for and how many, how staffed we are for it.
Is it seasonal?
No,
it goes all year?
It goes all year.
Okay.
And then it depends. During the winter, I believe that they do, it depends what the climate is.
Sure.
So if they can't have the camp during the cold season.
Right.
So.
Now, where is Camp Soaring Eagle?
It's in Cottonwood, Arizona. or Camp, I believe Camp Verde. So
that area,
I think it's on
a little warmer, so
Right.
they can do this more. Now, I know you're having a very special event. We're saying today's Veterans Day, and
Yes.
you're having the 3rd annual Veterans Kids Camper Weekend. Tell us about that.
So starting today, kids will start arriving around 5 o'clock in the evening. And what it is, it's a thank you to all these veterans. And either these children have parents that have already been deployed, that will be deployed, or that are retired or fallen. So it's as special as that. Come, we thank you. We are thanking the families for, you know, it hasn't been easy for them. It hasn't been easy for the children.
On top of what they live, how they
Well,
have to live
actually,
their
they
lives
don't
too,
have to
so.
have an
Oh,
illness.
they don't for this.
This specific weekend, we're doing thank you. And this is only happening because of the sponsorships that we receive, the donations, the volunteers that are involved. You know, we can't make this happen without all of that.
Sure. And information on the screen if you want to volunteer, donate, participate any way that way. Because
Yes, we appreciate
a lot of these
all of
children
it.
don't have to pay for camp because
None of them do.
none of them pay for Camp
None of
Soaring
them.
Eagle.
And there are so many different different camps, from respiratory, diabetes, cancer. There's just different, you can look up on the website. And once again, yes, we are always welcome. We welcome volunteers, sponsors, donors.
Wonderful. Well, I emceed a fashion show for Camp Soaring Eagle a few years ago here in Prescott, and I got to meet some of these wonderful children and their families.
Oh, you did?
And I tell you, it's a tremendous gift Camp Soaring Eagle Foundation is able to provide for these kids. So, wow, information again on the screen. You know, get involved, find out more. And thanks for doing the Veterans Day thing, too.
Thank you so much
Nice
for
having you on,
having me.
Robin.
I'm really excited to be here.
Robin, Macy, thank you. Camp Soaring Eagle.
Thank you.